We know that RAUFF was actually leading the DINA secret police. So they were using the Nazi skill set to control the population and to achieve whatever they wanted.
Don't you find this just like appalling? That a mass murderer, Walter RAUFF, a wanted Nazi, is running the secret police of an allied country. Not only that, we have reports of almost 800 military camps in Chile. I mean, 800 camps? What were they doing? If you look at Colonia Dignidad, it was a fortress in Chile. What were they doing with the 800 other camps? We don't know. We got into Colonia Dignidad, and it was amazing what we found there. They were making arms. They could have made biochemical weapons. They were training. I mean, I was astounded. I had no idea that this sort of Nazi camp existed in South America. But now we're talking about 800 camps.
Imagine the power that they would have had in South America if they had 800 Colonia Dignidads. We need to find someone who can tell us more about what's happening in these camps.
Yeah, you're right. The question is, were these camps all connected and coordinating? That would give them infrastructure to create the Fourth Reich.
The team makes contact with Hector Pavlik, who is imprisoned at one of these camps, along with his family.
Hector, ¿cómo está? Tomás, mucho gusto.
Nice to meet you.
Mucho gusto, señor.
Hola.
We understand you spent some time in camp.
He was detained on the 11th of September on the 73. He was a prisoner with his father, and after that with his mother.
How old was he?
He was 22.
Okay. How long was he in the camp?
He was 8.5 months in Pisagua.
Pisagua was the name of the camp?
Sí, Pisagua era el nombre del campo. When he says camp, is it like a prison, or what exactly went on there?
So the first thing when they arrived at the camp, it was like beatings. Like they just beat them up. They had them locked down and tortured. The camp had the presence of German Nazis.
I mean, who was it?
El Walter RAUFF, que era el que funcionaba allá en el sur.
Walter RAUFF, who was the guy who was in charge of everything.
Unbelievable. And he was torturing this man.
This is major because this confirms that this was all part of a larger network. Colonia Dignidad and this camp were related and both under the command of Walter RAUFF. And this was not an isolated incident we uncovered previously. This was a network.
Wow.
I need to see Pisagua. We need to see it. Would it be possible for you to take us there?
Es posible que tú me lleves a Pisagua para conocer.
And I know what I'm asking you is very difficult. Ni un problema.
If he's still alive, is to tell what happened. So he would be happy to take you.
Look at this place.
We're literally at the end of the world.
Traverse the Atacama Desert towards Pisagua prison camp, accompanied by Hector Pavlik, a political dissident who spent 2 years imprisoned at this camp.
Wow. This is like a black site prison where you send people to disappear.
Ahí está. That's where they built the barracks for the camp. The barracks were made for the prisoners. He only saw the sunlight for like 15 days.
Aquí habían emplazamiento de ametralladoras para controlar el campo.
So in this area they have machine guns put up to like control the camp.
Oh, the Nazi blueprints.
When they first brought you to the camp, where was the exact spot where they unloaded you?
Right in front of the jail.
Would he mind taking us down there to get a closer look?
Sin ningún problema.
Hector leads the team to the camp's central jail, a quarter-mile below the machine gun overlook.
Cell block area here?
Yes.
Three stories high.
So how many people were imprisoned here?
Unos 1,400.
Wow. That's just mind-boggling, just even picturing that much humanity crammed into this small space, using the same Nazi tradecraft, surrounding them up, putting them in camps.
Nos paraban acá antes de empezar a llevarnos las celdas.
So they made them stand here before carrying them to the cells.
Why?
They took their name away and he became number 14.
They wouldn't even use your name, you were just number 14.
Sí.
This looks more and more like a Nazi prison camp in every way, from the layout to the way they process the prisoners, numbering and dehumanizing, everything's there.
This is the route they made them walk to get to the barracks for torture, blindfolded, tied up.
The team heads 500 yards to the location of the former prison barracks.
What did they do to you?
Nos torturaban, te aplicaban la corriente, nos colgaban. Los torturadores eran los especialistas.
They had practically like a lab with different torture systems. Terrible things here.
It's like the Nazis years ago.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's their manual.
When he was being tortured in one of the first barracks here, when he was tied up like this, they hit him with a stick. The blindfold moved up, and he saw on his right the Nazi flag, on his left the Chilean flag.
Nazi flag. Doesn't get any more plain than that.
Carrying the colors. What we're seeing here in Pisagua is starting to remind us more and more of what a Nazi concentration camp looks like. It's all about control. They want to silence the opposition. If you oppose anything that this regime was trying to incorporate, you came here to one of these camps and you suffered. They're not only taking pages from the Nazi playbook, they're flying their flag. The ultimate price for no cooperation.
Hector leads the team to the westernmost edge of the compound, the site of a massive graveyard.
Look at this. Oh my God.
Esta es la fosa donde encontramos a los fusilados de Pisagua.
It's a mass grave where he personally found the bodies of the people that were executed in Pisagua.
All right here.
Yes. People that no one knew where they ended, they were found here.
I'm immediately reminded of the mass graves, Auschwitz, Dachau, Terezin, all those places that the Nazis would just line them up and put bullets in the back of their heads, just push them in and push the dirt over. The way they brought them in, the way they numbered them, the way they split them up, the way they dehumanized them, tortured them, right up until the way they disposed of them. Like they were nothing, like they weren't even human beings. This philosophy made it halfway around the world and grew roots here. To a Nazi-style concentration camp flying a Nazi flag.
The whole Nazi ideology just continued on after the war.
These were not Nazis who had escaped to South America to live out their days in obscurity. They were brazen, they were open, spreading their ideology and cultivating a Fourth Reich, with what appears to be the violent, iron-fisted control of the opposition, and even the most dangerous weapon, mass murder.